You're listening to the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, home of the #1 sports talk show on the planet, The Doug Stewart Show.
This is a revolution in radio, the realest, trillest sports talk show in America, The Doug Stewart Show. This is sports talk for the people.
The Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Real talk, real radio, real people, just like you.
Yes! Do you have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all of your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BB Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bbmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's BV, V as in victory, mobileapps.com, and tell them Doug Stewart sent you. Yes, sir! We're doing some huge things here on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, home of the Doug Stewart Show, and the biggest thing being broadcasting other shows. That's right, we're executive producing other shows and playing them on my network. You may have a fantastic show or podcast, but do you have listeners? We got listeners. Over 9,000 followers to the Doug Stewart Show on the Spreaker platform, as well as over 200,000 plus listens to the network itself. So here's what you do. Go to Fiverr.com, that's Fiverr.com, and search the Doug Stewart Show or Stewart Media and Entertainment and get all the details. Or just hit up the producer, Tree, at TreeAtTheDougStewartShow.com. That's spelled T-R-E-I. Tree at TheDougStewartShow.com, and come and do business with us on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Yes! Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com, America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STEW to play for free. That's STEW for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STEW, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STEW.
This is what it is, okay? You know what it is. You have to do the right thing. You have to go home to the family, you understand?
I'm not saying you gotta go back there this minute, but you gotta go back.
The bad boys of radio are back.
If you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping.
Fresh off the Plizzane. You know my dang name.
You cheating some of them.
Look, man, I'm all excited over here, and you look like you scared.
Boy, stop. He ain't never scared.
Stupendous Saturdays with the two live stews. Grab your biscuits and coffee, boys and girls, because it's game time.
If you not stewing, what in the hell are you doing?
Happy 50th birthday, Uncle Doug.
Hey, what's going on, man? It is me. He is I, and I am him. I am he. They call the Alpha Male. Happy birthday to my homie, my big homie, Doug Stewart, man. He looks like 48 now, or 50-something. He's still jumping around like he's 22. But anyway, big time. Yeah! Ain't that what he sound like? I'm done.
Happy birthday, you dirty chicken-eating, oral contraceptive singing, He-Man woman hating ninja from Tree Taylor. You make me an awesome producer, and I love you, Douglas.
Gotta give a happy birthday to Doug Stewart, the man from the capital of Santee Cooper Country. If you had not hurt your knee in college, there's no doubt in my mind that you would have been better than none of the guys out of that area. Happy birthday, Doug. It's Cadre.
This 50! My Lord. That happened fast, man. Well, happy birthday, big brother, man. Small, but big brother. And I got something for you, man. Got Viagra for you, dog. You're going to need it. That thing don't work no more, I'm sure. I'm sure it don't work no more. Happy birthday, man.
Stupendous Saturday to you, Doug Stewart, Ron Stewart, the two live stews on 640 WGST. Thank you for all the birthday wishes, man.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Yeah, and why you got everybody believing I'm 50, man? I'm not 50 yet. Don't sell no time before it's no wine before it's time. Nothing like that. I'm 46. I'm 46, not 50, man.
Listen, man,
you got the cadre, you got everybody in Atlanta believing I'm 50 years old.
You learned how to round up and down when you were in school, okay? And when you get to 46, where does that number go? So does it go up or does it go down?
It goes up.
It is what it is, man.
I'm closer to 50 than I am 40.
When I told Mason to tell you happy birthday yesterday, as you saw in the open that Tree put in there, he said, well, Daddy, how old is he? I said, Mason, he's 50. He said, woo, Daddy, 50?
Yeah, man.
Uncle Doug is old.
Man, so shouts out to everybody that gave me well wishes for my birthday on yesterday. It's actually the 6th. And today, me and the old lady, we're celebrating not only my birthday, but our 20-year anniversary.
Poor Monica.
We didn't get a chance to do it a couple of weeks ago. So that's what it is, man. But thank you.
Real big.
That was real funny, Nadia, about the whole football thing.
That was really good. Real big news, man. Shouts out to the super lawyer, Bruce Hagan.
Yeah.
He's the guy that brings the show to you every single Saturday morning on WGST 640 AM. Bruce has been named a super lawyer 11 consecutive years.
Wow. Can we get a round of applause for
that?
that?
The last time we did the show, it was 10. Now it's 11.
Wow.
He's balling. So shout out to you, Bruce. Hagen-law.com is how you can find them. Slip and falls, any accidents, you've been hit from the back or whatever.
What?
Not that that's a bad thing all the time.
That didn't sound right.
Here we go.
Not that it's a bad. I mean, I hadn't done it in a long time, but you can call Bruce if you're in an accident and you've been hit from the back.
Hagen-law.com. That's Hagan-law.com.
If your old lady don't let you mount up no more, don't call Bruce. He ain't got nothing to do with that.
Hey, man, how was your week, man?
How was your week? Man. It was great.
We pulled it off last weekend.
It was great,
the
man.
whole homecoming thing, and got to the studios in dramatic fashion, went back to homecoming, man. I'm just recovering. Today is the first day that I feel 100% from all of the shenanigans and the partying from last weekend, sir.
When you get into your 40s, 2 days will cost you a week.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
If you go hard, no sleep,
and I
drinking,
went hard last
partying,
week.
if you go hard, like you tend to do at homecoming, 2 days will cost you a week.
Yeah, I did go hard.
Tree, how you doing? I ain't seen you in like 3 months. How you doing, Tree?
I'm good.
Tree's
How are you?
raising horses, man. I mean,
Clearly.
Yeah.
Clearly. She's spending a lot of time in the stables.
Yeah.
Hopefully
I'm
not on
doing well.
Hopefully not on bales of hay. You know what I mean? You're too old for that,
Excuse
Tree.
me, you asked me how I was doing,
Make
and
'em
I'm doing well.
Make them take you inside. You don't just take it anywhere.
All right, so it's a stupendous Saturday, man. A couple things we got coming up today, as we do every single week right here on the two live stews on 640 WGST, as well as iHeartRadio, man. 10 the Stewway. Can we get a round of applause for 10 the Stewway?
I love it.
There we go.
Sir, you do know that this is the 8th week, right? We've been doing this for 2 months.
Wow. Time flies.
Just that quick.
We're on episode 10, sir.
Nope. That's not correct.
Okay. Hold up.
Can we verify that?
Yeah, we can, because
September
I
what?
produced the show.
September what was our first show?
I know how many shows.
Today is the 7th of November.
You want to make a bet?
I will bet you whatever you want.
All
what do you want to bet?
$20.
Deal.
Shake.
No shake.
Hey, you're listening to the Two Live Stews. So we got 10 the Stewway coming up on today's show. We talked about the 10 biggest stories from this past week.
Hey, man, y'all think I retired all because I wanted to? It was a forced resignation, man.
I mean, you were serious about it, too.
Hey, listen, man, I don't have $20 to give to anybody, so thank you, Gus. You just saved my behind.
As well as we got the Funky Four, man, the 4 biggest games in football. We'll talk about 2 college, 2 pro. Maybe we'll hit a couple more as well. But the 4 games we're most looking forward to this weekend in the world of college football and in the NFL. A couple of big games in college football. Can't wait to talk about them.
The last few tailgates have just been off the chain.
Yeah.
So shouts out to the good folks from 20 Grand, my man Brandon.
Y'all kind of got rained out last week, though.
We got rained out, man, but we still had about 50 people come through and watch the game in the rain. Had some great food. Uncle Ray came up from Sumter. He did fish. He did chicken. He did barbecue. He did rice and peas. I had a nice pan of macaroni.
Right.
I mean, it was just a great outing. So every Falcons home game right outside the gate C of the Georgia World Congress Center, stop through and spend some time at the 20 Grand tailgate with the Two Live Stews.
My cousin Gus is in here. Our cousin Gus is in here. His dad, our Uncle Donnie.
calls me yesterday, and you're listening to the Two Live Stews.
Do you know my Uncle Donnie's story about
That's your dad?
him in the robe?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Uncle Donnie is his dad.
I didn't know.
I gotta tell you about that story.
You got to come over.
I gotta tell you about that story.
Well, what? Go ahead and quickly tell it.
About the robe. I borrowed Uncle Donnie's boat when I went home about 5 or 6 years ago to take some people out on the river. And leaving his house.
You never heard the story, Gus?
Leaving his house, the boat came off the hitch, and the trailer went in the ditch. So we tried for an hour and a half to get this boat out the ditch without Uncle Donnie's help. So I called Uncle Donnie.
You didn't want to call him?
I didn't want to call him.
All right.
So I called that kid and said, hey, man, I got a little situation, man. Where you at? I said, well, I'm about half a mile from the house.
Try to talk like he talks.
Well, what's wrong, nephew? What's wrong? What's wrong, nephew? The trailer came off the back of the truck. Oh, beep, bleep, bleep, bleep. I'll be right there. So you literally hear his truck coming from his house a half mile away. When he gets out, he's got his robe on, right?
What?
And underneath his robe, because the robe is wide open, it's tight, but it's wide open. Straight meat swinging and nothing at all on under the robe. So the funny thing about the whole story is, you know how aggressive your uncle is. They call him, your dad is. They call him Killer. So there's 5 guys that they're trying to get their boat out the ditch, right? And for 30 minutes, nobody said damn word to Uncle Donnie about buttoning up his robe. He was in the air the entire time in the street in broad daylight at 12 o'clock noon on a Saturday morning.
Hey, man, as a
True
good
story.
As a good nephew, shouldn't you just say, hey, you know you hanging and swinging, right?
Clearly he knew.
I mean, you should have just mentioned that to him.
It was by design, right? So I wasn't going to go there. And apparently nobody else was going to go there either.
That's our Uncle Donnie.
That's your daddy.
He's the greatest, man.
That cat called me yesterday. He says, hey, Duck, I heard today is your birthday. I said, yeah. He said, how old are you, man? I says, 46. 46? Damn it, I'm old. I remember when you was a baby.
We got to talk some sports, man.
Oh, man. We got to talk some sports, man. This is the Two Live Stews. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, 640 WGST, as well as iHeart Radio.
My man on Periscope said, I'm going to tie my boat down extra tight. Yeah, man, Donnie was outside for 45 minutes with his thing in the air, man.
Hey, speaking of which, man, if you want to see a picture of Uncle Donnie and my Uncle Mike, our Uncle Mike, his brother, follow me on the Doug Stewart Show on Facebook. We got a group, and I actually posted a picture earlier this week. Old school players, man. Old school players.
I mentioned 20 grand. The website is 20grandvodka.com.
Yeah. Also, check out the Doug Stewart Show Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. at thedougstewartshow.com. That's thedougstewartshow.com.
10 the Stewie, man. Where we starting with this thing, sir?
10 the Stewie. When we get back, man, we are going to talk about the Golden State Warriors. Mark Rick is on the hot seat. Regular season in the NFL. Andrew Luck, the Miami Hurricanes, the Duke Blue Devils. We'll hit it all today on the Two Live Stews.
And Uncle Donnie's Unpackaged Meat.
Yeah, don't go away. Keep it locked. This is the Two Live Stews.
This is your folk, Doug Stewart. Want to protect you and your family from life's unexpected mishaps? Then join 7. Join 7 is a prepaid legal company under the umbrella of the Protection Group. Join 7 is the only group benefit or motor club in the U.S. that offers auto reimbursement coverage, key replacement coverage, roadside assistance, gives you a current Medi-File, prescription savings, and fully encompassed prepaid legal benefits that include identity theft. They got your back. The average combined cost to purchase these benefits individually is over $850 a year. Join today and take advantage of all 7 for $17 a month. They've been around for over 20 years, so check them out by clicking on the banner link on my page, thedougstewartshow.com, or the app. Just go ahead and join 7.
The best of the Doug Stewart Show.
Vegas, I believe, is the only state, or Nevada is the only state where they have legalized prostitution in these whorehouses, and they call them brothels, and it's not in the city limits of Vegas in that particular county. It's like the next county over, and I've just heard all of this on the street. I just heard about this, but this is how it actually is. So, like, one county over, if you drive, and I think this story said it's like 70 miles where Lamar Odom was found, this next county over, they have legalized whorehouses. The technical term is brothels. Yes, Tree.
I mean, I'm going to say something that may surprise you. To be honest with you, like, they need to legalize it everywhere because...
Whoa. Wait a minute, Aunt Esther.
No. This is real talk here.
Okay.
The government has no business telling people where they can fling their cat, get their vitamin D. It's not up to the government to decide that. So while I wouldn't choose that as my lifestyle, shout out to Nevada for understanding that that's that woman's body.
Yeah.
And she can do what she wants with it.
In theory, I 100% agree with you. I didn't know we were going to start this social conversation on whores and whorehouses in America, but I agree with you, Tree.
I'm telling you, just stop it, government, and legalize the kitty.
Legalize? Wait a minute. I think we got a new moniker now for the show. Legalize the kitty.
Sports Talk. Straight, no chaser.
Do you have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. That's right. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BB Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bbmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bbmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you. We're doing some huge things here on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, home of the Doug Stewart Show, and the biggest thing being broadcasting other shows. That's right, we're executive producing other shows and playing them on my network. You may have a fantastic show or podcast, but do you have listeners? We got listeners, over 9,000 followers to the Doug Stewart Show on the Spreaker platform, as well as over 200,000 plus listens to the network itself. So here's what you do. Go to Fiverr.com, that's Fiverr.com, and search the Doug Stewart Show or Stewart Media and Entertainment and get all the details. Or just hit up the producer, Tree, at TreeAtTheDougStewartShow.com. That's spelled Trei. Tree@TheDougStewartShow.com, and come and do business with us on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Yes! Welcome back to the Two Live Stews. 640 WGST right here.
With a song so hot, can't you let it play for like 15 seconds, man?
In the ATL, we ain't got no time for all of that,
true.
man.
That's true.
As well as iHeartRadio, man. Doing the damn thing. Thank you for joining us on this stupendous Saturday.
A lot of people hit me up on Periscope at OneLiveStew, asking me, what is this purple pen in my hand? This is a vape pen, and on top of it is a tank of CBD oil. Cannabis oil or CBD is prevalent. Phytocannabinoid, I got it.
You use some big words
by the
with
cannabis plant. CBD has existed longer than mankind itself. However, we are only discovering how powerful the medicinal use is right now. Go to HalcyonOrganics.com to check it out, man. I use it daily because I think it's helping my body with all the ailments that I have from being a professional football player back in the day. And I think it's worth checking out if you're dealing with any type of inconvenience in your body.
You're listening to the Two Live Stews, 640 WGST. Time for 10 The Steway. The Steway.
There you go, Walter.
There we go.
She makes him nervous.
Whatever. The Falcons lose to Jameis Winston and the Bucs last weekend. That's 2 out of the last 3. Ryan, are you worried?
The National Football League has been around 95 years, and in that 95 years, there's 4 teams in the NFL's history that have started 5-0, and they didn't make the playoffs. Guess what? I'm predicting right now today that number will go to 6-0 this season. They done.
What?
They done.
Wow.
Wait a minute. I didn't know you was going to take this hard stance.
Listen, man, they were down by 17 to the Bucs.
Falcons won't make the playoffs?
Down by 17 to the Bucs. Bucs come back and win in overtime. Jameis Winston went 3 for 3 on third downs in overtime to get a field goal. 24-point edge over Washington. They allow Kirk Cousins to go in the locker room and say, "You like that?" I mean, it's bad. They're playing very inconsistent football right now. It's bad, and I don't see them getting any better.
Wow. We're talking about the Atlanta Falcons, right?
Yes, we are.
Okay, I was going to make sure you didn't have some, Man, I'm going to tell you what, it is very alarming, the turnovers that Matt Ryan has been giving up, especially in the red zone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a real issue with that, man. But listen, this is the NFL. Both of the games that they've lost 2 out of the last 3. Both of the games that they've lost, they really could have won them and should have won them. They travel to San Francisco this coming weekend. They can get everything back on track
and after
get healthy in the secondary as well. They'll be fine. I didn't know you were going to go down that road.
After San Francisco, the road gets tough, man. You got the Vikings, the Bucs again who beat you. You got the Panthers twice, and you got the Saints again, who beat you already.
Are they going to beat the Bucs the next time around? They're going to beat the Saints this time around as well.
So the team that just beat them, you're just going to give that game to them? Yeah. Listen, man, Matt Ryan was 37 for 45, 400 yards almost. It was the worst 400-yard game I've ever seen a quarterback have in my life.
I agree with you.
That's a problem,
Once again, Matt Ryan has not looked sharp over the last couple of weeks. I will agree with you on that, but the Falcons will be okay.
And why didn't Freeman get the ball 400 yards?
Yeah.
Why you only get the ball like 18 times?
Yeah.
Give him the ball 30 times.
They really didn't go to him until the second half.
I'm sorry.
Former Georgia running back Todd Gurley had another game that he rushed for over 100 yards for the Rams in a win. Doug, did you expect Gurley to be producing like this so early on?
No, I did not, man. Taking it from a guy that had an ACL injury, and times are much different. Technology is better. Medicine is better.
You had a Band-Aid on your knee when you got hurt, man.
I tore my ACL back in 1990, man. But back then, it took at least 2 years before you were normal by most people. What you've seen Adrian Peterson do over the last couple of years coming back from the knee injury, Todd Gurley from that horrific knee injury last year, in the 4 games where he started and had starters minutes, 146 yards, 159 yards, 128, 133. This is unbelievable, but praise his holy name. That boy looks like the real deal.
Gurley missed 2 games, barely played in the 3rd game, and he is on pace right now to break Eric Dickerson's rookie rushing mark of 1,800 yards.
It's crazy, man.
And I think he's going to do it.
It's crazy.
Have you seen a back that big hit the hole like that in how many years, sir?
I know. There's a guy playing right now for LSU that kind of reminds me of him. There hasn't been a better back at the University of Georgia since Herschel Walker. I say that Todd Gurley is the second best running back since Herschel Walker that they've seen. And they always have great backs. He's phenomenal, man.
Averaging 6.1 yards per carry, averaging 6.8 yards per catch. Just give him the damn ball.
You're listening to the Two Live Studios on 640 WGST.
Another miracle play in the ACC where Miami laterals 8 times on the last play to beat Duke. Ryan, what are your thoughts, and do you agree with the majority of people that the Blue Devils got robbed?
Duke got robbed. They got robbed. They got banana in the tailpipe. They got hosed. They fell for the pigeon drop. How do you review a play 9 minutes and still freaking get it wrong? I am disgusted because I am a technology-savvy person. I believe that technology should be used, and for it to be used and disrespected like that is sad. I'll say it. Money was on that game, and the referees had the money on the game.
What?
That can't happen.
You're accusing the referees of point shaving?
The kid's knee was down, sir.
Come on, man.
The kid's knee was down.
Sir, I'm differing from most people in the media. I didn't think that it was that bad of a call in the decisions made after the review.
Well, can I ask you a question?
If you look at the first block that was supposedly a clip, that was a clip. But maybe they missed it. And then the second clip at the end of the game was he got blocked from the side.
I haven't.
The knee on the ground was very questionable based on the view from the camera.
Well, but
I didn't think it was that bad of a call.
Okay, I never brought up the blocks in the back. That's always subjective. No big deal.
Right.
But the view of the cameras showed that boy's knee on the ground.
You couldn't really tell, though. You really couldn't tell. It was from the behind shot.
You had money on it, too.
No, I didn't.
Andrew Luck, in another dud performance Monday night, continues to look lost as an NFL quarterback. As a result, the Colts fire OC Prep Hamilton. Doug, has Luck lost his mojo for good?
You know what? I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to say that now. And everybody's been making excuses for Andrew Luck, and that's the thing that I have the problem with is the guy sucks right now. Just call it what it is. He sucks right now. Now, he has been great in the past. He's shown the ability to be one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. But right now and for this season, he has sucked. He throws the ball to the other team. That's the problem I have with the media. Call a spade, and you hear that on the Two Live Stews and on the Doug Stewart Show, on the DougStewartShow.com, Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Poor Pep Hamilton was a scapegoat in this situation because Luck's been 11-3 for the past 3 seasons, and this year he can't hit the backside of a barn. And for Pep Hamilton,
that's a low country term right there.
For Pep Hamilton to get fired because of that, he's the scapegoat. Somebody had to do it instead of the head coach. I get it. Okay, no problem. I get it. But he's playing with uncertainty right now. He's not challenging his arm. He's not confident.
Right.
He's not using his legs like he's had in the past.
You're listening to the Two Live Stews.
He's skipping balls to guys that are open, and he can't throw his wide receivers open. He looks a mess, and it's nobody's fault but his own.
And we don't know. This might be a Rick Ankiel situation. Remember, he was the pitcher for the St. Louis Cardinals, and he just forgot how to pitch. I'm not saying that's going to happen. As a matter of fact, I picked the Colts to go to the Super Bowl this year, but that might be the case right now. He is not the quarterback he has been in the first couple of years of his career.
He's 48th in percentage with 54, and he's 47th in quarterback rating.
Yeah.
So there's only 32 teams in the NFL. How in the world is he 47th?
They're talking about
48th.
Other quarterbacks that have come in and played starters minutes.
It shouldn't happen, sir.
Speaking of quarterbacks sucking, Ryan, the 49ers are benching Colin Kaepernick.
You got really excited when you said that just now, Teresa.
Kind of.
Stand down.
Speaking of quarterbacks that suck, the 49ers are benching Colin Kaepernick for more ineffective play. Can we consider him a bust, Ryan?
The way he's playing right now, he's just like Luck. He's a bust this season. But people have forgotten that this dude has lost 14 of 25 of the most important members of that team from a year ago, players and coaches. I could go through the list, but I don't want to take Doug's time doing so. People are now saying he's one-dimensional, he's a liability, he's half a quarterback. No, that's not the problem. The problem is the beasts that he was playing football with are all gone. And if you think Gabbert's going to do a better job, you a damn fool.
Not only that, he's lost his coach, Jim Harbaugh, that coached him. A lot of these guys are lazy. They don't want to coach a player with his skill set. Here's a question that I posed on my show yesterday, man. If you don't like this guy's skill set, if you don't like these spread-type style quarterbacks coming out of college, don't draft them. Mm-hmm. You don't draft Dan Marino or Jim Kelly or Peyton Manning and then make them run a spread offense and make them run option.
No.
So why would you do it to these guys?
Right.
They are automatically putting these guys behind the 8 ball the minute they get into the NFL, and until a change in culture and a change of thinking happens with NFL brass and coaches, you're going to see more quarterbacks that come out of college with this skill set struggle week in and week out.
All the players that you mentioned that are gone, that's big, but losing Harbaugh is big. You mentioned that. And Greg Roman, the offensive coordinator, is huge as well. He's still running a similar offense, man. He's still in some type of run, shoot, some kind of spread offense, but the talent that he's playing with is soft.
They don't believe in this guy. They don't believe in this guy. Based on the contract they gave him a couple of years ago, they never really believed him. If they believed in him, they would have gave him a long-term contract. Right. That manifests itself in the relationship between the coaches and the players. If you know somebody doesn't have your back, you're not going to excel.
He's still going to walk away with about $10 to $12 million, so good for him, man.
I don't think the verdict is out on Colin Kaepernick yet, man.
Somebody will pick him up and he'll be on the bench for a few years, and then a quarterback will get hurt, and then they'll say, you know what, let's do what the 49ers did 10 years ago with him.
Well, everybody's saying, and it makes perfect sense, him and Chip Kelly in Philadelphia. We'll see about that. All right, when we get back from the break, man, the second 5 in the 10 the Steway on 640 WGST and iHeartRadio. Fun.
You did a good job, Tree.
Fun. Don't go away. Don't go away. Keep it locked. Two Live Stews. Yeah. Don't go away.
Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play. So, you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STEW to play for free. That's STEW for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STEW, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STEW.
The best of the Doug Stewart Show.
Let me read more of this chat before I get out of here. Oh, my gosh. Okay, my man K3000. Yeah. If you're new to the show, K3000, he's kind of long-winded. We love him, though. So I guess this is why Tree's playing this music in the background. He says, Dougie, I feel you. People love making fun of people when they get caught doing something semi-wrong, like receiving extra like free shrimp. But they don't realize that a lot of these guys are effing starving and that they're effing restricted from even signing their name for gain. You give me a damn scholarship and I'm supposed to sign over all my damn rights, all my money-making potential. And if I don't comply, then you blackball me so that I can't make it to the next level to actually receive a check. GTFOH, he did a bunch of GTFOHs. CSI, this is the ish. I'm pissed off about too. That's like dude from Ohio State that actually went to court to get the rule changed and then got blackballed and lost at life. GTFOH, a lot of them. I'm totally with you, Dougie. I'm totally with you. Thank you, K3000. I'm with me, too.
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
If you're not Stewart, what the heck are you doing? This is the Two Live Stews. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, 640 WGST.
A lot of people hitting me up on Periscope talking about that Greg Hardy situation, man. That's crazy.
As well as iHeartRadio. I bet Petro $2 that Greg Hardy would not finish the season. He won't play next week's game. There's going to be so much pressure from the public, from the media, to kick this guy off the team or suspend him. Jerry Jones is going to have to acquiesce.
He did his time, man.
We'll see.
You can't.
We'll see.
What's the double jeopardy now?
But you know how to.
I do my time, and you find out something else, so I got to go do more time. But it don't work that way.
But you know how this public pressure thing.
Okay.
Y'all are the
works.
Katina Powell of betting. $2.
Yes,
what?
sir.
That's a lot of
the
money.
Hell?
$2.
I got 3 children.
For ninjas that ain't worked in 3 years?
Right. Last night I was at the, shout out to Bruce Hagan, the people's lawyer. Bruce is in the bike law also, man. I'll give you some information on that here shortly, but shout out to Bruce. He makes it happen and makes it all possible for the Two Live Stews on WGST 640 AM. Last night I'm at Roswell and Ottawa's game, and my best man, his kid is the quarterback, Quintarius Newton.
This is high school football.
Yeah,
okay.
High school football.
Right.
And while there, Vince was recording me while I was watching the Knicks game. He's like, dude, what are you doing?
Right.
I'm like, I'm watching the Knicks game. He said, how are you doing that? I said, I have the NBA League Pass on my phone. I watch every Knicks game every night thanks to the NBA League Pass.
Yeah, I've been keeping up with my Lakers too, man. NBA League Pass is the best way to watch live, out-of-market NBA games this season. Buy with Comcast, and you can watch games on your TV, tablet, computer, or phone. That's what I watch on my phone, man. Call 1-800-XFINITY or log on to xfinity.com/NBA to order. Get NBA League Pass today from Xfinity, the future of awesomeness.
They gave everybody the opportunity to have it for free for like 7 days,
a
whole week. And after 2 days of having it on my phone for free, I bought it.
Check this out now. If you don't have NBA League Pass, you're not going to be able to see these games. Houston at L.A., Indiana at Cleveland, Lakers at Knicks this week, Memphis at Clippers this week, Golden State at Memphis. All these games are exclusive on NBA League Pass this week.
How about 10 to Steway, sir?
10 to Steway, the second half. There we go.
There you go,
Walter on
Walter.
time.
There you go, Walter.
All right, Walter.
Out of the 4 remaining undefeated teams in the NFL, Cincinnati, Carolina, Denver, and New England, which ones are for real and which ones are faking it till they make it, Doug?
The Cincinnati Bengals, I believe, are for real. They're just talent-laden, man. They got guys all over the field. Marvin Lewis is a very good coach. I think maybe they're going to put it all together this year. I'm not sold on the Carolina Panthers. Cam just doesn't have enough weapons on offense. They got a solid defense, but offensively they're going to struggle when they meet a good team. The Denver Broncos, I think, are for fake as well. Offensively, man, Peyton Manning has hit the wall. He's old as Methuselah. The New England Patriots, even though I don't want to give them any love, they're looking dominant right now. And also 2 wild cards, man. The Arizona Cardinals, they aren't undefeated, and the Green Bay Packers. The Cardinals are for real.
I agree.
They got 2 losses right now, but the Cardinals are for real.
This question can be answered with only 2 answers. A, you can never overlook the Patriots because they're the Patriots.
But they're probably cheating right now, though.
But unless you stop them.
It kind of sullies the whole Patriot talk for me.
They've done that the last 15 years. It doesn't matter. And when it comes to the Bengals, Dalton is a top 5 quarterback rating quarterback right now. The O-line and D-line are playing incredible. Green and Sanu on the outside at the receiver spots are just they're flawless right now. And they got 2 of the best backs in the game in Bernard and Hill.
Pac-Man Jones is found
the Bengals O-line is impenetrable.
Right.
Is that a word?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good word.
I would put every penny I got on the Bengals right now.
Wow.
I believe.
Wow.
I believe, and they've got a coach that's been there 15 damn years.
Yeah.
I really like what's going on in
I think it's their time. Usually they struggle in the playoffs. They've had great regular seasons over the last couple of years. I think this might be the year to bust through.
The college football playoff ranking came out this week. Bama is at number 4, Ohio State is 3rd, LSU is 2nd, and the Clemson Tigers are the number 1 team in the land. Notre Dame is 5, and Baylor is 6. Any thoughts on that?
The original rankings don't matter at all. The committee has said that last year, and they're saying it this year too. You know, every week we could put a whole new 4 in here, and whatever we say is the law of the land. I think it's crazy that Alabama is at 4, and they're higher than 5 undefeated Power 5 teams.
Yeah, but just use your eyes. If you watch the games, know the players, the talent level,
wins
you
and
know
losses
that Alabama would beat Memphis.
Wins and losses are part of the equation, and I've always said that.
Right.
I think Baylor, with the highest ranked among the perfect 5 programs, I think they should get a little bit more love. They're not getting it. So all I'm saying is it doesn't matter because it's early right now, and it can change totally within 1 week.
One problem I got, man, is the same problem I had last year, man. Nobody wanted to give Florida State love, even though they were struggling through games. They were still undefeated, and they had won a national championship the past year. Same thing with Ohio State. You know I'm not an Ohio State fan, but they're undefeated. They've been struggling, but they're undefeated, and they're the national champs. I think they should be 1. I think Clemson should be 2. I like LSU at 3, and I have no problem at Alabama being number 4.
It's going to change this week because 2 of those teams are playing each other,
exactly.
so it's okay.
Exactly.
It's going to change this week.
Exactly.
A couple of players were arrested in Athens this week, adding to a list of issues for the Bulldogs and Mark Richt. If the Bulldogs lose today at home against Kentucky, does Coach Richt get shown the bye-bye door?
You know my stance on this, Tree. Maybe you don't. Doug, you know my stance. I'm not an advocate of Coach Richt, but I just think when you've got a coach that's winning 19 games a year, if you fire him, you need to know who you're going to replace him.
But see, that's the problem.
Okay?
That's the problem is the lackluster attitude from fans that's okay just to win 9 or 10 games a year. The goal is to win a national championship. This is 2015. You got coaches and teams coming from all over the place winning national championships. Georgia has the best players year in and year out. In the NFL, they succeed and they flourish. But why at Georgia are we okay with just winning 9 games? It's not all right.
There's 117 programs. Every year there's only going to be one champion out of that 117, okay? A lot of great coaches aren't winning championships. A. And B, why did Barta start last week? What's the kid's name?
Fatan Barta.
Why did he start last week?
Because they reaching. They don't have a quarterback. When you play 3 different quarterbacks, that's saying you don't have one good one.
For him to come out there and play the way he played in that game, 15 for 33, 154 yards, and 4 interceptions, Rick should have been fired because of that alone. He had no business being a starter in such a big game.
Let me tell you this, man. If they lose today with everything that's happened, these players getting arrested, and this just isn't a new thing with guys at Georgia.
10 players arrested every year.
Under Mark Richt getting arrested. If they lose to Kentucky today, I think Mark Richt is dead man walking. Great person.
Hey, man.
Phenomenal person. He'll probably get another job in Miami probably. That's something that people have been throwing out. But he will be dead man walking if they lose today at home against the Kentucky Wildcats.
Every single year. Kids stop with a gun in the car. Kids stop with a pound of weed. Kids stop with this. It's crazy, man.
You got to temper what Ryan's saying. He went to Georgia Tech.
Steph Curry and the world champion Warriors are on fire. early in the NBA season. They're undefeated, and Chef Curry is averaging 35 a game. Ryan, is he the best player in the game today, and can they match or pass the Bulls' record, 72 victories in a season?
I think they will match or pass the Bulls' 72 wins.
Wow.
I do.
Wow.
35.5 points a game this early in the season, 5 games in. It's a lot, okay? Yeah. But I'm still going with LeBron James, the best player in the league.
Speaking of LeBron is ripping off his clothes this week, taking them off, WWE style. The league has been pushing.
I kind of wanted to talk about Steph. Can I talk about Steph for just 1 second?
Well, you took all my time in the last question, so what she's doing is fair.
Steph, they will pass 72 wins this year. All right, go ahead. But I was ready to talk about that all night, and you just ignored me.
Hey, man, I've never seen a quicker release and a better handle in one player than Steph Curry.
I agree. Go ahead, Tree.
Okay. All right. Settle down. Now, I said LeBron was ripping off clothes like Ryan was up in here earlier. The league's been pushing the new shirts real hard. Is that why you took off your shirt in honor of LeBron?
No, not at
all. Probably.
No.
And you're listening to the Two Live Stews.
Is your shirt a fail like that uniform?
I still got it, though, don't I? Tell him, Tree. Go ahead, tell him. I still got it. I'm a beast. I look good.
So what's the question? We got all off track here.
Okay. Is the uniform a fail? Is the uniform a fail?
The uniform is definitely a fail. I hate when grown men wear volleyball shirts. This is the NBA.
Because you see that all the time.
These guys have been playing in tank tops their entire lives, and they got these guys playing in volleyball shirts. It's very, very bad. The only thing other than sports that I kind of compare to that is uniform fail is the Jacksonville Jaguars helmets, kind of like spray painted, but that dude spit from Beach Street.
Silva threw up in his coffee when he saw LeBron ripping them sleeves off his jersey during the basketball game on the floor.
I kind of threw up in my mouth when you had your shirt off.
Because I'm
sexy. The marketing department of the NBA couldn't have liked that.
What you did was not called throwing up in your mouth. What you did was called getting the horny, Tree. That's what you did.
All righty then. You're listening to the Two Live Stews on 640 WGST as well as iHeartRadio. When we get back just like that, the show is almost over. When we get back, though, we will talk about the Funky Four, the 4 biggest games in college and pro football this weekend.
You almost made it through.
Almost.
We're back. The Two Live Stews are back on air every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. on WGST. It's sports talk with hot sauce. Special thanks to our sponsor, Bruce Hagen, at Hagen-Law.com for making it happen.
640 WGST in Atlanta. Search 640 WGST on iHeartRadio worldwide.
Yes! In life, things happen, good and bad. And being prepared is always important. If you're like me, a husband, a father, and protector of that family tree, then your family is the most important thing in the world. 95 million U.S. adults don't have protection in place. So, what I've done is put my protection in the hands of the largest and #1 independent financial services company in North America, and that's Primerica. They look out for middle America because they believe that offering the most competitive premiums only benefits the client and have been doing so since 1977. If you're a parent, husband, or wife and want to discuss options with one of Primerica's top reps, then call my guy, Greg Wynn, at 678-439-7172. Again, that's 678-439-7172, and he'll put your family first. And hey, tell him that Doug Stewart sent you. Yes! Do you have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. That's right. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BB Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bbmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bbmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you.
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies. made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt. Specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
The world's heavyweight champions of sports and Guy Talk Radio, the two live stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, 640 WGST.
Shouts out to Bruce Hagan, the People's Lawyer. We appreciate you, Bruce. If I didn't know any better, man, I really would think that Tree thinks that people are scared of her, man, if I didn't know any better.
This is a stupendous Saturday morning.
I could be wrong, man.
Talking about these sports, we just did 10 the hard way.
Listen, no matter what your special occasion is, we can provide the perfect desserts to complement any event. We've delivered cakes for birthday parties, holiday parties, office parties, and many more special occasions.
Yes, sir.
Who am I talking about? The fine people at Piece of Cake. Check them out at pieceofcakeinc.com. Appreciate your piece of cake. I had 3 slices this week.
I saw. I had one.
It's good stuff, man. It's really good stuff.
So why is the boss, Rick Ross, on game day on the Puppet Factory with Lee Corso? That's a funny little image.
Because he's got a following.
I like his flow. I like Rick Ross's flow.
He does a great job. He's got a following, and that's all they care about, getting a number.
Why? What does he have to do with Alabama and LSU, though? Maybe he's just a college football fan.
Well, no, they have guests come up and pick games.
Yeah, but usually they have something associated with the program.
Well, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Rick Ross didn't go to LSU or Alabama.
No, I'm pretty sure he didn't go to school, period, man.
Hey, man, the Funky Four, the 4 biggest games in football this weekend. There we go.
Y'all not going to like my game, one of the games I picked.
All right, well, go ahead. You go first, man. First college game you're looking most forward to this weekend, sir.
Kentucky's lost 3 straight games, and the league's worst defense is held by Kentucky. Georgia's lost 3 out of 4, and the heat is on. I am predicting right now that Stoops and the Wildcats go in between the hedges and beat the Dogs, and Mark Richt is fired before Wednesday.
Wow.
That's my prediction.
I don't know if they're going to fire him. Maybe they make an announcement he finishes the season, but I said it earlier. If they lose today at home to the Kentucky Wildcats, a basketball school, I agree, man. I think he's going to be fired.
They're a basketball school. They're a basketball school that's playing much better football, even though they've lost a few games. They're playing better football.
Hey, man, Florida State taking on Clemson today in Death Valley, man. If Clemson wins, it'll be 6-0 in the league with every other division opponent having at least 2 losses, so they'll lock up a spot in the ACC championship game. And the bigger picture, though, is this, man, is Clemson has a real opportunity to win a national championship this year. If you've seen them play, man, the defense is phenomenal. Deshaun Watson is great. Should have been playing for the University of Georgia.
Hold on one second, man.
I think Clemson, man, I think they got a real shot. Today is a big game. They're probably their last game where there's going to be some competition from the team that they play.
What does Vegas know that we don't know, because this line is like 12 points, sir?
Well, I mean, Clemson's playing great. Did you see how they put the beat down on Miami?
I saw them,
and they're in Death Valley.
I saw them barely beat Louisville and barely beat Notre Dame, too.
Notre Dame's not bad. Notre Dame's number 5 team in the country.
12 points, Doug?
Yeah, at home.
Okay.
And don't forget now, also, Everett Golston may not play in this game. The McGuire kid may go. We haven't found out yet.
And the Cook kid is back, so he's going to get the ball 30 times today.
Okay. All right. So, NFL, what game are you looking most forward to in the National Football League, sir?
Sunday, man, Cam Newton's going for, what's this, going to be 8 wins or 9 wins straight? Undefeated? So I'm looking at the Packers and the Panthers game. You've got Aaron Rodgers, who's got 15 TDs, and people talk about how great he is, and Cam Newton, who's got 11 TDs, and people still talk about him being an up-and-coming quarterback. This is an opportunity for Cam to get a win against a team that needs to win bad because they got beat down by Denver last week. I like this game a lot, and I also like the Panthers to find a way to win it. I really do.
You're listening to the Two Live Stews on 640 WGST.
And shouts out to smoothtickets.com. My mom called him and got a pair of tickets for this game, so she's going to be at the Charlotte game.
Wow, as well as iHeartRadio. I'm looking forward, man, obviously to the Falcons taking on the San Francisco 49ers, not because the records are great or anything like that. This is a big rivalry game. But the Falcons got to try to fix some things, man. They've lost 2 of their last 3 games. Matt Ryan has thrown 5 interceptions, has lost 3 of 6 fumbles over a 4-game stretch in which Atlanta, 6-2, has committed a league-high 12 turnovers. They got to try to right the ship, man, and this is a great opponent, an opponent that's struggling this year. This is the perfect opportunity for them to do that.
This defense that the Carolina Panthers have also, man, if I can jump back real quick, should be in the way of a guy that only threw for 77 yards. Rodgers didn't have 100 yards last week.
Yeah, really
this
struggled.
Defense is hellacious in Carolina.
Really struggled. So Falcons go to San Francisco this weekend. So there you have it, man. Your Funky Four, the 4 biggest games in football this weekend.
How'd you celebrate the birthday, man?
Didn't do anything at all. Me and the wife are going out of town, as I said, after the show today for a couple of days.
Good.
Monday and Tuesday on the DougStewartShow.com, we're doing best of shows. We'll be back live on Wednesday, but yeah, man, we headed out of town. You know how the ladies get, man, when they get in a hotel, right?
Right, they can go to sleep.
No, man. Ladies get in hotels, man, they just get real freaky. So I'm hoping that's going to happen this weekend.
Wow.
It's true. I mean, you ever notice a difference in your wife when you at home and in a hotel?
Whenever we're anywhere without the kids, she sleeps.
Right. And that's what she says. She says that, it's not that we're in a hotel. It's that I'm relaxed and I don't have things to worry about.
I've been on my best behavior.
I tell all the time, why don't you just act like this a hotel?
I've been on my best behavior, man.
You're supposed to hit the boom after that just now. But it's okay.
I've been on my best behavior, man.
Yeah?
And I'm going to be real honest with y'all. I've been my best friend since my 3rd child got here.
Oh.
If you know what that means.
So yeah, the wife needs to watch out this weekend.
Listen, man, if you look at my,
I'm gonna bring it.
Look at my forearms.
I'm gonna bring it.
Look at my forearms.
I don't
What is this?
I don't want to see your forearms, man.
But tell me what you see, Tree. Tell me what you see in my forearms. You see my veins, right? Why would my veins be bulging out like this?
I don't want to see your forearms.
Because my forearms are overworked, right and left. They're overworked. I darn near broke my shin.
That one's a little bigger than that.
Okay, I don't even know why I even brought this conversation up.
Hey, right. Well,
really?
It's funny you hit the toilet sounder, Walter.
Put your arms down.
2 or 3 nights ago, when I was getting to know myself.
No, seriously. Seriously, man. I know you're trying to be a comic and whatnot. But no, man.
This is real
please,
life.
Please.
This is, hey,
we got it when you talked about the forearms and how strong they are. Please.
Man took his shirt off.
I'm like Popeye in this piece. Hey, listen.
You ain't got no Popeye forearms now.
Oh, they're pretty big, man.
You remember Popeye used to go, skip it.
But listen, man, how you ninjas always say, this is real talk. This is real talk, though.
That's real talk.
How come black people always say that real talk? It's real talk.
It's real talk.
It's real talk, man. The other night, man, when I was...
Now, this is AM, very conservative radio.
Just be cutting you off.
Cut me off. He did
I
a lot
see
today.
that, yeah.
He did a lot today.
Because
So
I'm trying to save you from yourself, man.
Right.
Come on, man. Don't go down there.
Right.
But yeah, so we had.
I slipped in the bathroom and almost broke my shin, man, because it was so.
Wow.
It was bad, man.
Wow.
My wife said, "What you doing in there? You mind your business. You don't care what's going on in here. You should come out." No, I'm not coming out till I'm finished, lady. Leave me alone. Why are you making those noises? Because I can't make them out in the bedroom.
Squeaky.
Right.
I can't believe you.
It's rough on me, man.
I mean, everything was going so fine, and it's really my fault.
And look,
it's really my fault because
here goes Periscope.
I know better.
The ejaculation technician's taking over again. Look at this.
He's back.
He's back. Just that quick.
I can't believe you, man.
Hey, man, I'm headed to New York City, man. So I pray for your safe travels and mine as well.
I'm headed to MIA.
Oh boy, that's a great destination.
Me and Will Smith.
That's a great destination.
Me and Will Smith.
Somebody's gonna come for you.
Shouts out to the people's lawyer, Bruce Hagen. He's the man that makes it happen. We'll be back next Saturday, hopefully. Thanks to Bruce.
Hopefully.
And
please.
Thank you, Tree. Thank you, Walter.
Please,
thank you, Nadi.
Lord, let us come back
Yusef.
next
Thank
Saturday.
you, Gus. Thank you, Dante.
Thank you, God.
And thank you, Lord. Always. Love
bless
God.
all of us.
Love God and love each other, folks.
Appreciate you joining the 2 Live Stews, 640 WGST. We'll do it again next Saturday. Y'all be careful out there in them streets.
Never be a brother like me, go solo. Laser, Anastasia, major. Ways to blaze your brain and train you. The way I'm living, forgiving what I'm giving up.
You're listening to the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, home of the #1 sports talk show on the planet, The Doug Stewart Show.
This is a revolution in radio, the realest, trillest sports talk show in America, The Doug Stewart Show. This is sports talk for the people.
The Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Real talk, real radio, real people. Just like you.
Yeah!